I really try to do like a some type of baking video. I know this is not how your girl normally look, but this is truly a day in the life of how she really does stuff. And especially since I'm gonna like have to get ready and do all that stuff again, I ain't about the whole hype, you know. I'm gonna try it. I've been making coconut bread for the past couple of years, maybe 2 or 3 years, and I'm gonna share that process with you guys the best way I can. So hope you guys enjoy this video. I don't know if I will just because it's like I'm not a guys, I my confidence is not in the kitchen. Let's just put it that way. My confidence in Christ Jesus alone. All right, we'll start. All right, guys, we're gonna start with the flour. We need 6 cups of flour. We sift the flour, and this is the flour that I'm using. Okay, I get 6 cups of this bad boy once I get it open. Guys, you know I don't know what it is about me on opening stuff, but I be always having a hard time. And so that's the first. I have a love for it. My grandmother, she used to bake so much, and I think she just had a love for it, right? Now, I don't love this, but it's a good alternative than eating like chocolate chip cookies or anything like that. You're making it at home, you know? And then it's keeping my Caribbean heritage alive, you know, by doing this. Because we're not in the Caribbean, we're in Alaska. So when I get to share this with the church, because this is what it is, it's a church event that we're going to, it's like I'm sharing a little bit of my country where I was raised with them. You know, some people may never get to see Barbados, but I can bring it a little bit all the way up here, a little bit of it all the way up here to Alaska, you know. Now we need 2 tablespoons of a baking powder. And this is tablespoons, yeah. So that's 1. And that's 2. I'm just gonna start adding a whole bunch of stuff, guys. So we're gonna add the coconut flakes, and I don't like the fine ones. I don't know if you can tell, but there's some that are really, really fine. The only time I like the really, really fine ones is if I can get it like from my grandfather used to like grate the coconut and everything from scratch. So when it's done like that, great. But other than that, I like these flake ones. I like the medium-sized one. So I'm only gonna use half a bag of this because I'm gonna need the other half to do like a filling mixture. So that's half of that bag, right? Right? I'm not a big fan of raisins, guys, so I'll put them in sparingly, but it looks like that did not end up being sparingly. Seasoning. My all-purpose seasoning is adobo, nutmeg, salt, and it's half a tablespoon. Half a tablespoon. Like that. I'm gonna put this over the sink, guys, so if I make a mess, it don't go into the thing that I'm doing. This is the salt. Pew. And then I'm gonna do the nutmeg next. Nutmeg, adobo, which is all-purpose seasoning. Adobo, coconut butter. So this is what we're gonna use for that. All right, I'm gonna put that in here like so. My stove is not on, guys. It's not on. I use this butter, right? I don't know if it's good for baking or not, but it has not failed me yet. So maybe half of it. Yeah, let's do half of it. Guys, like so. Ugh. And put that in here and let that melt down a little bit. All right. So guys, ideally I was supposed to put the essence in here, with the egg. These are 2 eggs, and mix it. But yeah, I do need to get a cup of water. I'm not making it for my home. I'm just gonna, instead of doing the milk, because you can do milk, instead of doing that, I'm gonna do I am going to do the water instead of using milk, right? Because I don't really drink, I drink almond milk, so, or soy milk, and not everybody can tolerate that. So I'm gonna make a little, whatever that is in there. I'm gonna add my eggs to my sugar and kind of mix that up. Guys, there's so many people in this world that can make this thing a lot better than I can. So just give me a break, okay? I'm just doing what I can do. With my egg, it's probably supposed to go in last, but this is what we're gonna do. All right, a little bit, and then I'm gonna add my cherries. Now you can start kneading it with your hands, with just you mix everything, put it in, well, you put everything in, and then you take the butter at room temperature and mix it with your hands. Yeah. As you can tell, I didn't do that. These are my cherries, guys, that I'm adding. I don't have much cherries left. I should have. Ooh, I was supposed to crush these. Anyway, guys. Anti-ho. They'll get crushed. Now, together like this. Mixing. See? So I'm going to do a little water. That was a lot. And I'm trying to get like a bread type mixture. If you see me barely getting through, just pray. But one thing, it come out good all the time though. So I'm gonna put a little water here. I might have to get a little bit more water. You can do this with a mixer, but like knead your bread with it. But for some reason, right, I think when you do it with the mixer, it comes out, the bread is like smooth and it's so close to like, guys, I do not like spam calls, man. They be messing up the flow of stuff. One day I'll get the other camera, just not right now. That the calls wouldn't really bother me while I'm videotaping my life. But I guess that's part of life, right? So anyhow, guys, this recipe should make 3 coconut breads. Should is the word right here. Guys, I hope I didn't add too much flour, or too much water, I should say. Anyhow, we doing this, guys. I don't think I need to add any more water, actually. I don't know. When I do it this way, it comes out crumbly. Like the bread is not smooth. It's like, you know, like has those dips and valleys and rises. And I like that. So that's why I'm not using a mixer. I'm going to get it a certain way and just kind of like sit for a minute, like catch itself. And like right before I start doing anything else, I'm gonna knead it a little bit more. But no yeast involved. The baking powder, I think, is what makes it rises. I don't know, guys. I just know that this is what we do. Okay. Guys, I'm sweating. Jesus. This is why I don't make this bread so often, because I want to make it like as true as I can to my culture. So this is my workout for today, man. It just made me think, like, was my grandmother doing all of this? Because if she was, God bless her. Because she used to make this like a good set of time. Okay, so I got it in a way that I think I'm okay with right now. So I'm gonna leave that. Actually, I think, guys, I'm gonna make 3 out of this But I was like, maybe if I do 2, it'll be a nice full one. But I usually take 2.5. Maybe, yeah. No, I usually take 2 to my events. So, and I cut them up in small pieces. So we're gonna let this rest for a little bit. Just that all the ingredients start blending in. We'll leave that there for a minute. I'm gonna switch so you guys can see how I do the filling, okay? So here we have 2 pans. This is the one that I used originally when I started the filling, or not filling, the butter and coconut oil. And I'm gonna do sugar in both of them. One is gonna be sugar water, which is this one, sugar water, which is brown sugar and just water. This one is just gonna be the filling. So I'm gonna add the sugar here, like that. Ooh, that's a lot of sugar. And brown sugar, guys. I use dark sugar, dark brown sugar. Nothing is on right now. But to that, I'm gonna add a little, to the filling one, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. Guys, I'm sure there's some type of measurements, but yeah. I'm going to add, this one, I'm gonna add the coconut flakes. Most of them, guys, if not all of it. Add the adobe, which is the all-purpose seasoning. Nutmeg. Adobo. We're not like building something here. And vanilla essence to this one. Whoa. All right, we'll do the capsize thing again, guys. Capsize amount, boom. And that's this, you use this like when you're basting it, like when it's in the oven and you're in between, you kind of stir it around just to get it all, like you kind of put it on top so you can, on top of the bread, so it gives that moisture and it is not dried out, as well as it browns it, you know. This one, guys, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. My brain can do 2 things at one time. I've come to realize that, and that's okay. Because then if you do things at 2 things or more than one thing at a time, not everything is focused on, you know? Like you don't get to focus, like give your whole attention to that one thing and it's like halfway done, right? So we just gonna work with that. So because I already have the butter in this one from before, it kind of just helps things not to stick. Can stick if it gets, just made a mess, guys. Burnt, but it is what it is. I'm gonna lower the stove on this one. This one is already on low. This one I had on high, but I put it back to low because essentially it's gonna do everything that it needs to get done. Guys, why am I making such a mess? For those who think this sound is annoying, I'm sorry. But that also tells me that not all of it is dissolved as yet. Back over here, we're gonna stir. Because I think this is a lot of coconut. Just saying. I know it's coconut bread, but geez Louise. Lemon squeeze. How it's like getting smaller, you know, or shrinking in size. Because essentially I think it's like caramelization that we're doing. So yeah. And this is the filling. This goes inside the bread, as well as I put a little bit on the top. Sometimes you could put just sugar, but I put a little bit on the top to give that crunch. I'm gonna turn the stove off of this one. And then I have to grease my pans and have fun with the dough. All right, so that should be good. This one, a little bit more, right? Just a little bit. Guys, if you get this like really crispy and you put it on like some yogurt. Oh my goodness, it's so good. With like granola and all that good stuff. Oh my goodness. So nice. All right, so I think this is good too. Let me turn it all the way off. All right, so the next one I'm gonna do is the actually formation of the whole bread, okay? Very tiny. So that's the one I usually keep for home. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grease the pans, then I'm gonna come back and show you my favorite part. You guys are gonna laugh and think I'm really nerdy, but this is my favorite part of the whole thing. Okay, one second. Okay guys, this is my favorite part. I don't know if it's because it's like a core memory or something that I used to, like my grandmother actually used to let me do in the kitchen when she's baking. But we take some flour, right? And then we put it in the pans. And for those who know what I'm about to do, you know what I'm about to do, right? It's so, I don't know, maybe it has to be a core memory, guys. I'm convinced that's what it is. And then you just knock it around like this, guys. You kind of get it all. I don't know if you guys can see. You guys see? Okay. You kind of knock it around like this, guys. You get it all around the pan, right? I can't remember what this does. Someone in the comments could let me know, maybe to prevent it from sticking, which I'm sure that's what it is. But this is a core memory for me, guys. This is that memory that you're just like, can I do it? Can I do it? That's what it is. And you knock out the excess. Gonna have like a lot of excess. At least I think so. And then you do this with this one. Guys, I don't know what it is. And it's like, barely could get it done. Oh, I spilled. Anyway, but you try to not spill. That's exactly what I did. And it don't have to be perfect, right? It just has to be wherever you put the butter. And the butter is catching it. So I think that'll be okay. I think it'll be all right. That's one pan. That's two pans. And then the last one. Just like, is this your favorite part out of all of it? Yes, because who want to be kneading bread like that all the time? So man, knead bread, and that's a lot of work. That's exercise. But this is just like, I don't know, like I said, it got to be something that I just reminisce about growing up. Usually we knock the excess in the sink, but I'm gonna just throw this away, like straight into the trash can, because I ain't trying to have no plumbing issues, guys. And then toss it like that. So now my pans are ready for the bread I'm about to do, right? You know what I'm about to do. You know what I'm about to do. First, I'm gonna put some flour in my little frozen cup, courtesy of my daughter many years ago. Because you have to put flour on everything so the things don't stick, right? Put flour on everything, like the rolling pin, the surface that you're using to roll the bread out. And I am going to put a little here and like sprinkle a little here, and then kind of do all of that. So I probably should have kneaded my bread a little bit more. I still can do it. This is my dough. Okay, I am gonna kind of divide it up, but guys, so I can get 3 breads. I won't say it's gonna be an even division, but yeah, but we can figure it out, Lord, we can figure it out, guys. We can figure it out. Okay, so what I originally learned how to do is cut it in sections. So this is one section here. And guys, it would probably be better if I could roll it all the way out. But the truth is, I'm exhausted, man. So this one will be 1 bread, right? This will be 2 bread. The second one. And this will be the 3rd one. Right, guys, I never know, and I'm sure if I do this more often I would know, but I never know which one is gonna be like the bread, if that makes sense. Flip it and roll again. because I think I could get just a little bit more. So now we got to get the filling, okay? The filling goes like this. Just get it on every, or as much as you can. Okay, so we roll. We roll. Guys, my bread is gonna be tiny. Maybe not, I don't know. Ah! And it kind of like, you know, our roll bread here. I'm gonna fix it up, but this is how the first one is, okay? I figured that you get the last rolling of the last bread with me. So here it comes. And then and guys, I think I already know which one is gonna be like a really good one. For which not, I don't know, maybe. But I'm gonna roll this one all the way out. If you're hearing a little humming sound in the back, that's me. I already put on the oven. So I use my toaster oven for this. So it's set at 300 in temperature, and then for 30 minutes. But the filling in more filling. Roll, 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 roll. Okay, and we put this in here. Now I do this because, guys, I don't know what's gonna work. But sometimes I feel like it helps with the base of everything. Like it helps, like, because I'm gonna show you what I do next. And put it on the top. And that helps me kind of give like the dips, you know. So that's gonna be this one, I think. So I do the same thing here. When I start even proportions and stuff, but yeah. We're just gonna say that. And here goes the last one. Now I don't put the sugar water on here yet. I do it after the first time I take it out because I set it for 30 minutes and now my bread is ready to go into the oven. So I am gonna do that. All right, guys, so this is the two of them in there. And the good thing about it is that it is now 3:11 and I was able to at least start by this our time because I'm on a time thing. I have to be out of the house by a certain amount of time. But I told my kids I probably will just drop them off and come back and pick them up. This is where the other bread is in. Because, guys, my oven is still not like my oven for this. Still can't use it yet. So 30 minutes and then we'll come back. All right. It's my leftover coconut and flour. So this is how much was left over. Right. So I'm gonna put this in a Ziploc bag like so. And I'm gonna freeze this in my freezer till next baking. The leftover flour in this Ziploc bag and put it in my freezer. Well, I'm gonna put this one in the fridge now. Guys, I wanted to show you because I'm gonna dress it up and all that stuff, and I have a limited time, but this is two of the breads. This is before I cut them up. This is the one that was in my other oven. That's the one that's probably gonna stay home. But yeah, guys, it's finito. Finito, finito, finito. All right, guys, this is bread number one. I'm doing everything by myself. I was trying to get one of my kids to come and record as I cut, but it's still kind of pretty hot, guys. It's not warm, but yeah. Then I'm gonna cut these in half so everybody have a little piece. Okay. That's my favorite, the end pieces. Oh, Okay. All right, guys. This is how I'm taking it to the event tonight. You can hear me chewing because I'm eating like the little bits and pieces, like so. I'm eating them, but yeah. And the good thing about it, guys, you know, sometimes you have to wait. Well, you're supposed to wait for it to cool, but this right here, nice and warm, like fresh out of the oven. Fresh bread, fresh coconut bread. This is my coconut bread, and guys, like I said, I still have for the house. So I would like this to be a little bit more brown. I might just leave. Nah, I'm just gonna leave it like that because it's cooked. I just like my stuff like burnt. But guys, I'm almost ready. Just have to fix my hair up and that. And guys, guess what? It is. Look what time it is. The event starts at 6, so I think I'm making good timing. We can get there if we leave right now. So bye bye until next time. Have a good night. Bye.